Alright. This is so many triggers. Oh my god, this is hilarious, guys. This is freaking hilarious. Oh god. Oh my god. That was so sick. What is up, Slayers? Welcome back to the Slayer's Den. Thank you guys again so much for joining me. Today we are playing a really cool version of Gruul Werewolves. This is not your standard werewolf deck. This is a Gruul Werewolf / Landfall deck, and I really wanted to showcase the brand new rebalanced A-Phylath World Sculptor. So let's go over the deck really quickly and then we'll get into some awesome gameplay. So the new A-Phylath is really cool. It still costs 6 mana, which is still on the higher end, but it does have trample now, and the landfall ability puts 4 +1/+1 counters on the plant tokens you control, but then they also gain trample until end of turn whenever the landfall ability activates as well. So that is a huge boost. Now we're running the standard werewolf package. In a sense, we're running the Tenacious Pups that create a really thick 2-drop like a werewolf pack leader or Magda. Speaking of Magda, Magda gives us our treasure tokens in addition to Jaspera Sentinel being able to tap at any time. The 3-drops are pretty standard with Reckless Stormseeker and Tovalar, some of these staples in werewolf decks. We're running 1 Halana and Alena because this card is absolutely bonkers, and it's definitely one of those cards where if we weren't playing this kind of janky landfall version, you'd be wanting to add in a couple more of these as well. Now where the jank starts to really show in this deck is with our copies of Ogre Battledriver, a really cool creature. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, that creature gets +2/+0 and gains haste until end of turn. So all of our little creatures are going to get a bump, and they're also going to be able to swing in on the same turn they enter the battlefield. We've got 2 copies of Ashaya, Soul of the Wild, which basically is super powerful in this deck because, first of all, its power and toughness is equal to the number of lands we control. But not only that, all of our non-token creatures are forests, so they're going to become lands, and this is going to get really crazy for a few different reasons. For one, we have A-Phylath, which is a landfall card, so anytime any of our creatures enters the battlefield and we have an Ashaya out, it's going to trigger the landfall ability. But with this deck, you can imagine a play where you have an Ogre Battledriver out, right? That's turn 4, and then we could like Tenacious Pup into an Ashaya, and the Ashaya could end up being this gigantic creature with vigilance and trample and haste and +2/+0 and +1/+1 and just swinging for an enormous amount of damage in one single turn. That's one of a few really powerful plays we have in this deck. Now, the reason this deck goes way over the top of regular werewolf decks and subsequently goes over some of the other meta decks is because we are running our little janky package of Maskwood Nexus and World Tree. These are very important in here if we want to pop off with A-Phylath, because A-Phylath will trigger every time a land enters the battlefield. Ashaya will count all of our non-token creatures as lands. All of our creatures are going to get haste, and not only that, all of our creatures are just going to be huge. All of the tokens that A-Phylath creates as well, they all get haste. They're going to get +1/+1 counters on them, so we're going to create a ton of huge creatures. They're going to be swinging in for so much damage, and it's really going to surprise our opponents. So this is a really cool, fun, and explosive deck for sure. But yeah, that's it. Super fun and janky Gruul Werewolves mixed with landfall. That's the premise of the deck, and I'm so hyped to play this one for you guys. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check this one out. I really appreciate it, as always. Make sure to let me know what you guys think about the deck in the comment section below. And without further ado, let's play some Magic the Gathering. Alright, so definitely no reason to keep this hand. We mull, it's a little bit better. Hold on to this. Drop the Ashaya. Gonna play a Lair of the Hydra. The opponent plays a Necro Blossom Snarl. And a Shambling Ghast. Gross. Okay, so Lair. We'll go play our Jaspera first so we can get the mana flowing. Okay, no blocks. Cursebound Witch. Okay, so we're just going against Golgari Sack. I'm going to play... Can we go double green here? We could play Pup into Werewolf Pack Leader. 4/4 Pack Leaders That's pretty solid. Opponent could still have just some spot removal, but it's the name of the game. They could also just have Dispute in hand. Oh, okay, yeah. We definitely kill that. Killing Scute Swarm is kind of scary nowadays because... So what ends up happening is that opponents who are playing Golgari do have a good chance of playing like Dollhouse, which Dollhouse allows them to reanimate that, and that's actually super scary. So they have 3 power on the board, which could, I'm guessing, could probably take down Reckless Stormseeker here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fight Pack Leader to Scute Swarm. We'll tap that. They no longer have 3 power on the board, I don't think. So let's just go Reckless. And so if we go Reckless, what happens is they will double block, then give -1/-1 to Werewolf Pack Leader, and I think that's kind of scary. So I'm debating on whether that's the value we want to get out of this. I think we can do it. Being able to draw the card is actually, it's worthwhile, because I can see them double blocking the Werewolf Pack Leader, and then they give Werewolf Pack Leader -1/-1, but then I get to keep my Reckless Stormseeker, so we 2-for-1 them, essentially. Yeah, it doesn't matter here. They both die. They get a curse, and they get to -1/-1 Werewolf Pack Leader, but they don't get the treasure token, so they're down a resource. Okay, got a little Curse of Leeches action on us. Okay, so opponent drains us. This is pretty sweet here. So let's play Snow-Covered Mountain into... I want to say we could probably go ahead and play Werewolf Pack Leader here. Yeah, we go... Or we go Battledriver here as well. Okay, let's just go Pack Leader. And we're gonna go Pack Leader because of the potential to get all this damage in here. Sweet. Opponent's gonna block Reckless Stormseeker most likely, or maybe even not. Wow, okay. So no blocks. And I think that the opponent is willing to do that because they're gonna get another mana next turn, and they're just gonna meat hook for like 3 here. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say what we should do here. A good reason to play Tenacious Pup right now is because the Battledriver comes out as a... it comes out as a 4/4 rather than a 3/3. Alright, so we're just gonna have to see what the opponent's got going on. Scute Swarm, okay. Gross. It's gonna create them another blocker if they've got a land in hand. Okay. And a Jadar, okay. Jadar's not that bad because what Jadar does is ends up creating a 2/2 that can't block. So drain for 1. So this is pretty good right here. We can go Tenacious Pup into Reckless Stormseeker number 2. And we can just go like, well, so they've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can go like 1 here, 1 here. And we just swing in with everything. They've got exactly 4 power on the board, so they have to kind of pick and choose how they want to get punished here, essentially. Okay, so they quad block my Reckless Stormseeker. That's fine. And the opponent is down to 2 now. That's pretty sweet. So the best they can do is like pick out a removal spell from their sideboard, which they don't end up doing anyway. Play that, we end the turn. And it should be GG. I can't imagine what they have aside from a meat hook. And meat hook is definitely going to punish us here. But we do have a way to get haste back. So Ogre Battledriver plus any other creature and we're still any other 1-drop and we still win here, or at least we can do something. So let's go ahead and play Ogre Battledriver here. Go next, and the turn. And then we've also got our Lair of the Hydra if they take care of Ogre Battledriver, but let's just play out our threats. I just kind of want to see what our options are here. All right, my turn. Sweet. So play this, and so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do this for 5. Nope, not 6. Not 6. We'll do it for 5. And yeah. Go ahead and swing in. Get bonus down to 3. So this has lifelink, so I think they're okay to take that. But what we need is to resolve something pretty huge. Might be able to resolve like an Ashaya. Okay. Environmental Science gets them a land. Now, I kind of have to wonder what they're holding in hand. Alright, so let's do this for 4 now. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do this for 4. Swing in. There we go. GG. Ogre Battledriver was clutch there. Also the 1-drop, I guess, but yeah. Ogre Battledriver made that shit happen. So, GG, opponent. So this is a deceptively good hand. Mostly because we've got a lot of mana. Tenacious Pup isn't a bad turn 1 play. We'll go and keep it just for... We'll keep it for shits and giggles. We'll play this, play our Tenacious Pup. We're not going to have any powerful 2-drops to play into the Tenacious Pup, which kind of sucks, but I think it is what it is here. It is what it is. Okay, so we're going against another sacrifice deck, which totally sucks. We're going to play our Lair. Just going to go next. And we're going to go no attacks on the turn. Cursebound Witch, as expected. Let's go here into Reckless Stormseeker. Sure. I'll swing it for 4. Opponent doesn't mind taking this because there's like sack outlets in their hand potentially. There's also... They're going to take the damage either way, which is pretty sick. Because if they take the 3, they get a treasure token. Gets them closer to Meat Hook. I believe Meat Hook is the main way that opponents playing black and Golgari Sacrifice can remove a creature. And holding up Snakeskin Veil makes it really, really saucy. Because it does protect us in a lot of ways. Felsinger is kind of rough. Not only because it gives them tons of value, but also because it's a death touch creature. If it was just like any other creature, no death touch, we would be cooking with gas. We're not cooking with gas this time around. Alright, so opponent gets to pull a curse. Well, that's gross. So we need to find a way to get rid of Felstinger. I'd love to see Blizzard Brawl here. Unfortunately, that is probably not what's going to happen. I'm just really thinking on this curse thing, huh? This early in the stage, they can get a lot of really cool things. They can get like a cat. They can get a witch's oven to get some food. They definitely have some choices, but opponent is really, really thinking on this one. Okay. Over to me yet, opponent? One's really taking their time, so I'm probably going to play with Doggo in the Snow Glove. Snow Glove. I don't know why I called it the Snow Glove. Alright, so we're going to play Tenacious Pup. I'm also going to play World Tree. Then I'll just swing in with the pups. Alright, and the turn. And the turn and the germs. Hi, Twitch. Okay. Opponent's playing Hostel Hotel, which is so sick. That's really cool. I love to see it. Do they want to swing in for 3 here? Is the question. They don't. They said, we're going to pass on that. Passing on that, please. Alright, so we're going to play Forest, and let's go and play our pack leader here. And so I can imagine the opponent looking for removal. We can get our damage in early here. How do we handle this? I think we just go for it. Because opponent's going to block Werewolf with Fellstinger, which is completely fine. We need to draw into action. But I do want to push through this damage just because of how low their life total is already, and the fact that we have trample creatures is a huge deal. So we gotta play them. We gotta play out our threats. Wait. So opponent goes for the triple block here, which means they're gonna take at least 3 from Werewolf, 5 right here. Yeah, so we get them. We get some damage done. Did some good work here. Opponent's gonna maybe try to get 1 environmental science and maybe a removal spell of some kind, and that would be pretty sick if they tried. If they tried to necrotic fumes us here, since we do have Snakeskin Veil up. All right, so pest summoning into necrotic fumes might be something pretty saucy. The good thing about that is that this is sorcery speed, so they can only do it on their turn, first of all, which is pretty sick. Okay, so they deadly dispute their own treasure. And the fact that they have a maximum of 6 mana here, now 5 since they're playing a tapped land, means that they can only play like a small creature and necrotic fumes. They would have to tap out. We Snakeskin Veil and we can swing in for presumably, let's see, 6, 7, 8. We swing in for lethal basically. So yeah, they would have to play Cursebound Witch and then they necrotic fumes our Reckless Stormseeker here. Then we just win on the backswing. The GG opponent. GG. Okay. Yeah, opponent was like, maybe if I say GG, they'll spare me with 1 life point, but nope, not gonna happen. We the Reckless Stormseeker there is a 3/3 haste. That's already enough to do lethal. So yeah, GG. So I think this deck, Werewolves, is definitely, like, when it comes to the alchemy meta, there's like rock, paper, scissors. And this happens in standard and a lot of other formats as well. It's like the top 3 decks, they kind of counter each other. It's like control, werewolves, sacrifice. And also if you want to like spin that circle around, there's like life gain, aggro, control kind of type rock, paper, scissors going on, and we're aggro here. So GG opponent. So Slayers, how are you guys doing? How's the new year treating you? 2 weeks in. I hope you guys are doing well. And how are you all enjoying Magic currently? What are you guys playing? You guys playing IRL? You guys playing Arena mostly? I would love to know, just because, you know, I like checking in on you guys. Hope you guys are doing, really hope you guys are doing okay. Hope 2022 is treating you better than 2021 so far. Okay, so the reason to keep this hand is because we do have a lot of spells we can play, and 3 lands is nothing to scoff at, but this is not a great opening hand by any means. We'll hold on to it. Let's just test it out. We're currently testing. I have not tested this deck at all. All right, so we're going against another sacrifice deck. That totally blows. I hate to see it. All right, so we're gonna play Tenacious Pup. But yeah, also checking in with you guys because, you know, I've been doing mostly alchemy the last few decks, I say, and I know that can get interesting for some of you. Some of you don't play any kind of alchemy. Some of you are just IRL Magic players, you know. So I wanted to know what other formats you guys are really interested in seeing. you guys want me to go back into standard decks and stuff like that, like, you know, I really want to listen to you guys. You guys are the ones who watch my stuff. And if you guys are more interested in standard, I'd love to play more of that. You know, I told you guys I would try to dive more into historic, but after I played that mill deck, I was like, this is probably the only deck that I feel like I can find a consistent amount of wins and success, just because it does go over the top of most of the decks. And I'm just like, man, I just don't want to get like destroyed by so many different types of decks, I guess. That's probably more just a kind of a random thing for me though. All right, so let's go. Man, I'd love to go Tenacious Pup into Werewolf Pack Leader, but I don't think I can afford to do that necessarily. So I'm going to go World Tree, and I'm just going to go into Pack Leader. And I actually think I might just go into. Oh fuck! Yeah, that was actually really dumb. All right, well, I think we just go next here. I actually really misplayed that. Let's go and swing in, get the opponent on. That was weird. Why would they do that? I guess they're gonna sack it probably. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. But why would you sack it? And I guess this has trample, so either way they would take it. But anyway, yeah, that was kind of a misplay because I did have 4 mana with the Sentinel, which means I could have pack songed. Okay, so that's a 3-point. That's a 3-pointer right there. And that is pretty much the only way the opponent beats us most of the time, is with a sweeper. So we have a kind of permanent creature creation here. I don't think mono black runs a lot of artifact removal, so kind of is what it is, right? It is what it is. Sanguine Brushstroke. Sweet. Alright, so we definitely have to kill their Blood Artist. Don't think we have to play double red here. I'm trying to think if we do need double red for anything. I don't think we do. So I'll probably just go Jaspera into Blizzard Brawl and just destroy that. Lose a couple of HP here, but better lose it now than lose a shit ton next turn. Let's go next, end the turn. Warlock class. Okay, so Warlock class is good for them. They get to draw a little bit if they need to. They also got Fell Stinger. It's gonna be so gross. Alright. Meat Hook does a number on us here, unfortunately. I'm wondering if this can be the game where we can pop off with World Tree and Maskwood. I'd love it for it to be this game, but fortunately that's not always in the cards. Gonna take the 1 there. Okay, and they get to draw a bit here and a bit there, and then they get to put some in their graveyard. So gross. I could have blocked Eye Twitch there, but I think I'm gonna make them use their resources. Alright, so that's kind of a shit. Let's go and play. Let's go and swing in with Fell Stinger here. I want to see what the opponent's got going on. Okay, so they take the 2. Sweet. That's just a free 2 damage whenever the opponent decides to do that. Play this on the turn. And the turn and the germs. We're halfway there. Whoa! We're halfway there. Halfway to popping World Tree. Well, it just needs to let us live for like 12 more turns. And we're good. Oh my god. Whoa! I'm halfway there. You see how devastating this deck is if you do let them keep the Blood Artist though, because it's just like, I'm gonna sack my own creatures and mess with you that way. Jadar. And another Warlock class. I think we're probably not long for this world, if I had to guess. If I had to guess. You guys gonna create a 2/2. Go and kill the Fell Stinger. We are gonna take some damage. Alright, This might advance our clock just a little bit. Probably not quick enough to really do what we need here. Go next. No attacks on the turn. We have the potential for 8. The opponent is probably just gonna wreck us pretty quickly. Has to attacker, sure. Yeah, sure. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and do the damn thing. We'll just block. Whoa, we're halfway there. So they're going to Blood Hunter Bat. Okay, interesting. That's what they got off of their Cursebound Witch. Looks like. It looks like it. What else do you have up your sleeve? Ugh, that's painful. I think we're probably screwed here then with that. Just because blood collar and warlock class, all that shenanigans. All these shenanigans. Man. Yep. Oh wait, no, all of our creatures are dwarves. We actually might be able to do this. Alright, let's just see how this works. Let's see what we got here. Oh man, can we do this? That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, I don't think I've got enough. I would have to like literally live one more turn for this to work. So this would be, I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, I do have it actually. You have it. I'm gonna go green. I'm gonna tap this. That's 2. Oh man, I wish I had some innkeepers actually. Now that I think about it, some innkeepers would be so dope. Alright, so we had exact mana here. I don't know if we're going to win here. We might actually just lose because of the kind of stuff that they do have in play. So let's see what we've got. Definitely the Tenacious Pups. Definitely the Sentinels. Definitely the Werewolf Pack Leaders. I'll take another Magda. Tovolar. Those are all lands here. Halana, Alena, Ogre Battledriver. We're going to pull out everything here. We have to. Right? Let me see. Alright. This is so many triggers. Alright, sure. Keep this one. Keep this one. Keep this one. And I'll keep this one. Alright. This is gonna be a thick ol' Ashaya. Thick ol' Ashaya. Ashaya. This should be lethal right here, right? Oh my god, there's so many triggers. Holy shit. Oh my god, this is hilarious, guys. This is freaking hilarious. Oh god. Oh my god. That was so sick. Let's go. Wow, guys. We did it. We popped off. Wolffall. We gave the opponent the Wolffall chop of doom with A-Phylath. Damn. That was sick because basically they were hoping that they can block, right? They block. We lose life off of Blood Artist and Meat Hook Massacre, but first of all, we're going to be gaining some life off the pups. A couple of life, I think, like 2 of them. But not only that, our trample damage will resolve first. Like, it's not like they block and it dies before damage is calculated. So imagine if we had really been able to get that Ashaya to be huge. Like, how many +4/+4 counters are we sticking on this guy? Plus it gets trample and haste. So we would have just like done like 100 damage through the trample with Ashaya alone, not to mention everything else. So the damage goes through first, and then we get zapped by Blood Artist and Meat Hook Massacre. So yeah, it's just that would have been GG. So this is really cool. I think this is match number 3 against Sacrifice, so this is definitely an anti-sacrifice deck, so this is really cool. You can definitely see why this deck is so fun. So GG, opponent. So anyway, I think I interrupted myself because the match had started last time, but so what Slayers, what kind of games would you guys like to see? What kind of decks are you playing and are you interested in? What kind of decks do you recommend if I delve back into historic? What kind of standard decks are you guys playing if you guys want to see some standard stuff? Or do you just feel like standard is a more fun format to watch? I'd love to know all of these things because, first of all, I'm really interested in what you guys are doing and what you guys are thinking about the state of Magic and how it's going. Are you guys hyped for the new Kamigawa set? Because I'm pretty hyped. I think it's going to be a really cool set, TBH. Alright, we're going to play Lair of the Hydra, Tenacious Pup. And it'll be really cool to see some Asian dudes in Magic that aren't Killian from Strixhaven. Oh man, they are on a very, very fast clock here, so I might be in some trouble. All right, we're gonna play World Tree here. We're just gonna go next. No attacks in the turn, and the turn and the germs. This is like optimal wolves right here. All right, so they get to do that. They get to swing in for 3, and also create. Ooh, Town Razor. Yeesh. That is painful for us. It's not the end. All right, it hurts losing World Tree, but it's not the end of the world here. All right, so we're gonna take the 3. Just the sheer amount of mana they'll be able to create is very unfortunate for us. We're going to definitely decline here. We're gonna take the 2. Play this. Play Reckless Stormseeker here. And we got ourselves a little thick 3-4 action going on. Yeah, we got ourselves a 4-4 here going on. And we're just gonna do no attacks on the turn. I think it'll be fine just because, well, it's not gonna be fine. I'm telling myself that, but we are gonna get screwed over by how much value the opponent's getting off of Magda and Jaspera Sentinel. Damn, Maul of the Skyclaves too. Holy smokes. That's going to be painful. Alright, so we are taking 9 here. Fateful Absence. Alright. Okay, GG. That was a very quick beatdown. Naya Wolves, definitely super powerful. I know this is kind of a newer archetype that people are messing around with. Maul of Skyclaves is a really interesting tech for werewolves, mostly because werewolves' weakness is that they can't protect from flying creatures and they can't get over the top of flying creatures some of the time. So basically they're doing something similar to us. Like, we find a way to break through, and the way we're breaking through is by flooding the board with a huge board by popping off with World Tree. We've got haste creatures from our Ogre Battledriver, so we're playing kind of like a more convoluted version of this. This is definitely the more streamlined version, just like stick a Maul of the Skyclaves on something and just go over the top. So GG opponent, that was cool. Window Peeper. Definitely looks like a Window Peeper. Alright, so the reason to keep this hand is because you just are filled with self-loathing and you want to wait till turn 2 to play anything. You want to wait till turn 2 to play your Werewolf Pack Leader. Okay, so we're going against it's looking like mono red here. So we're gonna go Forest. Mono red burn, more than likely. Oh. Or Rakdos Vampires. Okay. Gross. Gross. Let's play this. Let's play a Pack Leader. Draw out some of that removal. That sweet removal. Opponent could be tempting us to... If they don't have single target removal, they could tempt us into blocking and then sweeping. Definitely some options here. Falcon Wrath Forebear. Okay. Blood Sheep's Thirst. Sweet. Just like we drew it up. Let's go in Tovolar here. Blood Tithe Harvester. Okay, let's see. Sick. Sweet. This doth suck. Alright, so we're gonna play Werewolf Pack Leader. This, we go next. No attacks on the turn. I wonder if they're running 4 Bloodchief Thirst and that's about it. Let's go and Snakeskin Veil this bad boy here. Now it can't be targeted by any kind of removal, which is pretty sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. You love to see it. Alright. Let's go and swing in, draw. Okay, Magda. Magda's pretty fun. Okay. Put a little Magda action in here too, why not? Why not? I guess we have to decide. Sure. So that goes. That's 2 Infernal Grasps. I have to decide to trust. Are they playing 4 Infernal Grasps, 4 Bloodchiefs? Because that would be pretty unfortunate. Alright, let me see. Enters the battlefield, she'll create a blood token, sacrifice another creature, or blood token. So they probably have some creature stealing abilities here. But let's see what this looks like. Alright, so let's go create this and turn this into a 5/3. Let's go and kill this. Swing for 8. Oh, beautiful. And the turn. And the turn and the germs. Sanguine Brushstroke. Okay. Okay, opponent's just trying to gain some value here. This feels like a pretty good... Alright, we're gonna play this. Let me see, hold up. Cancel. It's for green. Let's go ahead and A-Phylath here. And sure, I'll swing in. I'll swing in. A thick old board. So the opponent doesn't have like a gigantic sweeper here. Sanguine Brushstroke. Okay. This should be GG. This is a GG. Okay. Oh man. We gave vampires the werewolf chop, and I think this concludes the whole werewolf versus vampires debate. Werewolves are definitely the more superior being. But yeah, I think this is a great place to kind of end today's video. We got to show off A-Phylath a couple of times, popping off, and yeah, this deck was super fun. So we'll get into the deck breakdown right now. Alright Slayers, this looks like the perfect time to end today's video, and I had a total blast playing this one. Even though we mostly played like mono black decks and sacrifice decks, this deck was super fun, and I guess the algorithm will pair you against that matchup, and some of the changes we made to standard werewolves really pushes us over the top, so that way it's not just this fair rock, paper, scissors game, it's more like rock crushing the hell out of the scissors. So yeah, we definitely played a really good game here, and this deck is super fun. We really got to showcase the new updated A-Phylath in Alchemy, and as you can see, A-Phylath is even better now in Alchemy after the new buffs, because giving it trample and giving all of its little plant tokens trample is super cool, and I think it's a fair change for 6 mana, because 6 mana is very steep. But anyway, as far as if you guys should build this deck, I think you definitely should give it a shot. If you guys like werewolf decks, if you like aggro decks, and most importantly, if you guys already have the cards. If you guys have the cards, I always say give it a shot, give it a try, play some jank, have some fun with your regular decks, add in some weird things, find some new win cons, just find the joy in Magic, because there are a lot of decks out there that are just the status quo. Change it up, throw some stuff in there, really shake up the meta, and just have fun with it. So thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to check this video out. I always appreciate it. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to give old Slay Anything the chop on the likes and subscribes, because it does help my channel out a ton. And with the new set coming out in a little less than a month, I think, let me know what you guys are hyped about. I want to know if you guys are hyped about Alchemy still, if you guys want to see more standard. I'm probably going to be returning to standard closer to that time, just because the new set is going to give standard a fresh new look, fresh new take. There's going to be some new deck archetypes, I'm sure, as well. But yeah, leave some comments below. Let me know what you guys thought about this deck. Let me know what you guys think about the future of MTG Arena, what you guys are looking for, what you're interested in watching, because I'm making these videos solely for you out there. So thank you guys one more time. I hope you guys have a fantastic freaking day, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to smash that like button below, and to help you stay up to date with my upcoming videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Thanks again, have a great day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Slayers.